147 years ago. The Battle of Bighorn. We all know the story. Today hopefully we will get the real story from the man himself. Welcome, Colonel George Custer, to the podcast.
I've gone over the thing many times up here, so here we go. My orders were to find the Indians and return them to the reservation. First off, you need to understand the firepower I had. I had 700 trained cavalry troops. We could deliver over 5,000 rounds a minute in volley fire. We carried over 70,000 rounds, plus the spare ammunition in a 150 mule train, plus the sidearms. That's pretty strong. It would sound like the... I saw the village. One could not tell how many Indians there were. 1 per 10. 10 per 10. Fake tents, how many were warriors? I could have set up a dismounted line with a clear field of fire and just methodically killed all of them, but my orders were to get them back to the reservation, not murder all of them. My plan was Colonel Reno to attack the village cap, Frederick Benteen to hang back and protect the mule train. If we lost our supply out in the middle of nowhere, we would be in big trouble. I would take the main force to block their escape and fight it out, with what I figured would be 500 or so warriors, which was heavily in our favor. Had selected the site so that I had to cross a river, not knowing the fording location to get at them. They know all about our force, and Terry as well. They had scouted well. What I did not know, they had over 2,000 warriors. They were well armed with rifles. They used guerrilla tactics, crawling low in the prairie grass so you could not bring our firepower to bear. They shot our horses so we could not ride away. They picked us off until we could not defend a single horse, then charged at us, killing us all. I had been shot in the chest. I saw both my brothers and my brother-in-law killed, so I took myself out rather than be captured and tortured. Okay, they could have easily wiped out Reno, Benteen, and captured the mule train, if not for them knowing Terry and his force would be there in 2 days. Understand?
In retrospect, Colonel Custer, what could you have done differently?
Looking back, the only way I could have won would be to not engage them at all, until Terry arrived, and even his 400 additional troops may not have been enough given the tremendous tactics and large well-armed foe we face. Of course, waiting on Terry would have ended my military career in disgrace, and my brother and brother-in-law as well. Okay, I've been in the military and fought battles all my adult life. Never have I felt the sense of hopelessness I felt there on that day. I now know how they felt at the Alamo or the charge of the Light Brigade in the Crimea. I'm up here in a wonderful place, but I'm going to turn off my light. I just can't deal with the memory any longer. Okay.
Thank you, Colonel Custer, for podcasting. That will conclude the podcast. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the Historically Correct Afterlife podcast. Thanks you all.